Hello guys, welcome back to the new video, and today's video is about one of the matches which I played in Chinese scrims I think 2 days ago or something. So guys, in this video I'll try to cover up as many as important points I can, like how they fight, how they take rotation and stuff. Just want to let you know beforehand that it won't be very detailed video about rotation and fights, because for those kind of videos I need a lot of content, like I need to play a lot of matches, then have to combine all those content all together to in order to like explain you how they fight, how these things works. So it won't be like in very detail, but yeah, it will be covering up some important and strong basic points. So guys, I'm playing with JD. It's like one of the PL teams. I'm playing with their second lineup. So this is their one of the secondary drops in Miramar, and basically we goes here and we don't get contested. We started looting, and after we complete looting, we do our first basic rotation. Guys, after doing the first basic rotation, they made a path. So now this feature is also available in global. So what's the importance of this feature? So I would like to point out, well, it's very basic, but yeah, it's important. So guys, when I used to play with my previous team, there was always one or two guy, like it always used to happen when this feature was not available. There was someone in the team who would always mess up the rotation. Mess up in the sense, he would choose the wrong road to rotate. He would choose the wrong dip to rotate, wrong mountain, wrong ridges to rotate, and ends up getting stuck, like his car gets stuck, or some other team starts shooting him while we are rotating, and those small stuffs used to happen. So this is very important. You can basically, the IGL can mark the path exactly which road we have to do, from where we have to pick the vehicle, and etc. So guys, now let's talk about the very first basic rotation, what and how they did. So guys, this was the first point of rotation where our team rotated in the zone, and now I would like to point out few things which I personally think why they did this sort of rotation. It's then again, I cannot understand everything in Chinese, but since I play with them a lot, and it's like because of my experience, I'm basically what is going to happen, everything I'm going to tell is from my experience. It's not exactly what they think or what they do. That's what I want to mention. So guys, now I want you to focus on the plane path. So guys, considering the plane path, I would like to tell you about, let's say if everyone have their own drop point in the map, like they go there at own drop point. So let's figure out how many teams would have dropped in this position, like in this particular pathway. सो बेसिकली मैं ये बोलना चाहता हूँ कि ये जो जोन है, इसके अकॉर्डिंग कितनी टीम्स इस तरफ से रोटेशंस ले रही होंगी, कितनी टीम इस तरफ ड्रॉप की होगी कि जो हमें कंटेस्ट कर सके. So guys, the first circle is what I call the prediction zone. I call it prediction zone because it's the very first basic rotation which a team have to do, and you have to predict the zone. Predict the zone in the sense, like if the zone will go south, if the zone will go north, if the zone will go west or east. Like you can say the zone will go towards, in this particular case, it can go towards Sumasera. In other particular case, it can go towards Hacienda. In one of the cases, it can completely go towards Los Leones. So you have to basically first basically gamble your rotation, where you have to go and which particular hard shift the zone will take in the later phase of the game. So guys, what are these marks, what I want to say from these. So guys, look carefully at the red marks. Considering this is our plane path, it's my speculation, it's my point of perspective. Let's say if teams are not contesting each other at these top points, then the red drop points, which are the red circles, are one of the major cities for the drop points. Let's say like one team is going to each of these drop points, like one at El Pozo, one at going to at Monte, one at going at Chumacera, and one is doing split loot around power grid, in between power grid and El Pozo. So guys, what basically I want to say, majority of the teams according to this plane path will be going to the right side. That purple circle which I made in this will be going to the right side, as majority of the teams would be having a drop point towards the right side of the plane path. So guys, most of the rotation will be done from the right side of this plane path, and these green marks are like what I'm expecting these teams to do their rotation. Like, everyone tries to go towards the center of the circle. Having a nice spot at the center of the circle is really helpful, but you have to keep in mind about the hard shifts which occurs. And so that's exactly how, let's say, it's not exact, but yeah, that's how it should be. Like, these teams would try to go towards the circle, predicting their zone. It could be, as I told, everyone have to predict the zone, like which hard shift it will be, north, west, south, east. And in that sort of sense, I think this is why they decided to go to this blue mark. Is going to this mark, you will face less number of teams. You will face less number of teams in the rotation, and it will be easier to go into the circle. So this was the very first basic rotation for our team in the circle.
马路有人，马路有人，放吧。
往哪边走了？哎，往那边走，
马路死了。
走，来我这边，来我这边，上看，我这边，上看，上看，
突，
上看 ，follow me。
有
no
打别打
people
了。
The house no people. Go. Follow me.
So guys,
皮卡多左边那一条街
something I want
你
you
懂
to
吗？
basically how my teammates are already
Don't.
starting from some
靠山那条街吗？
but
靠山那条街
already
吗？
sit in wait.
对，你再往里进啊！你不往里进，我们怎么知道有没有
That's how
人？
these teams
Oh,
are like.
okay, I'm
Really,
探店哥
really,
I'm 探店
like,
哥
are really serious about their
But
rotations.
let's,
They don't
we
even waste a
basically,
single second.
this
I
was where we
personally
wanted
wasted
to
few
go.
seconds. But from here,
你离远点就能看到有没有人。
this is like one of the important point you
别
can
他妈忙
note.
的。
You can
还没
basically
有看到，还没有看到。
sit in your
过来
vehicle
过
before
来
the when it comes to
you should
late
always
games,
没搜过。
hard shift
看一下这个
so that
大的那
as
个
soon
原
as
厂，
the
我
zone
们得
shifts,
先
you
站我
have
掉
an
站
idea where you
我也
want to
掉
go
站
and
靠
you
地
can
去原
shift
厂
there, because in
There's
every
a
single
higher
second possibility
even
that
if you are
still
1
might be in
second
the
late,
basically we
没有了，
didn't
我
go
真没
into
有了，
the
我得
deep
开
part of
坐
the
坐坐
Cardo
车。
because
我车也没有
we
怎
are
么有
still there before you, then the zone to hard shift
有没有油？
so
有
it
没有
could
油？
be like
503
totally opposite to us,
我
or it
没，
could
我
be
刚给我
totally
车
on
加
us.
了。
There are
哎，
two
这有刹车，
possibilities
这
of
刹车了。
this zone where it should go.
OK，
It will be like totally
Say the
going to
bomb,
the east side, or totally
Who the
going to
bomb?
the
Who the
east side,
bomb?
which is us, or
小
没
二
人
totally
开
the
蹦蹦，
west
没人开
side.
蹦蹦，没人开蹦蹦。
So basically,
那就别人的蹦蹦
that's
呗。
the reason why we stayed at the edge
往哪儿
of the
走了呀？
Picardo, so that it will
问
be
特地。
easier
哎，
to
有车这
rotate
边
into
噻。
the next zone.
进错了，
Going
没事
into。the center
黄点黄点
of the Picardo
两
might
辆车。
cost us, cause
林星，你车没有了是吧？
there might be other teams
我车
in
没
the
有了，在
Picardo
左边
and
小
stuff,
仓，左边一节小仓，
and they
你
might
可以
like
开。还有一
try
点，你
to
加
stop
完
us
了你就
from
可以开
rotating.
了。
哎，这里有人，
拿了一个。
拦楼，拦楼，拦楼。拦楼有人
Now,
是
if
吧
you look
？OK。
at the minimap, how we are spread
先
throughout
别
the
管他，
Picardos.
先别
If you
管
watch
他。
我要去
PMC,
点
you
空投，
can
帮我加
probably
一下呗，不要
notice
点空
how
投
much
两个。
spread 4M plays.
我要556，
They
我要
spread
556，我要
throughout the
556，别他妈
cities.
死。
So it have two advantages. First is like you will have more area to play with.
别点了，
You
这
will
空
have
投你
more
捡个毛
angles
呀！
to
我
play
操！
with, and you will have more information. You can see who is going into the
算了吧，
Picardo,
算
who
了
is
吧。
coming
马上说了。
inside the Picardo.
走吧，
As
走
the
吧。
zone
走。
shifts toward us,
往这里进。
we can like
往这边放
basically
局撞。
gatekeep lots of
Let's go.
teams, and if it goes away from us, we'll
Follow
have the
me, follow
information
me.
from the edge, like
Let's
how
go,
many
let's
teams
go.
are
Come
ahead
on,
of
come on.
us, where they
Drive
are,
your
how
car,
can we
drive
rotate
your
into the
car.
next zone. So that's basically
靠
what
地，他俩没
happens
跟上
here.
你，我跟上了。
Everyone in my
我
team
们俩别
rotates,
乱
and
180，180。
I get
你风路
stuck.
一快。
Basically get stuck, my car gets shot, and there was another team close to us, and
Come on,
that
let's
particular
go.
guy shot me. So
was
because
holy
of
shit.
because
ISG.
I was late for the rotation, as you can see, everyone in my team already started rotating. I told you they are very fast with their rotations, and positioning of my vehicle was really bad. These were the mistakes and the reason why I died. So basically after this, they start playing at the edge, and they start talking about where they are going to go after this zone. Now this is something important to notice. None of the teammate is in the building. This is really important. Like, they place from the ridges rather than compound. because it doesn't make holding a compound doesn't make sense if you can basically play from the surrounding of the compound. No one will be able to enter, right? And in this way you can gain more information. As I always say, the more angles you have, the more information you will be able to get. So guys, notice next one is about to start, and look at this guy. He sits in the vehicle and he's about to rotate. As I told you, they are very fast with their rotation. Now here comes, where do we have to rotate? Should we go to the left side of the uh, road or the right side? This was the point of discussion. At this point the team was discussing, and they goes towards the right. So guys, basically they decides to go to the right side of the zone rather than the left side. There were two reasons for this. First is that going to the left side of the zone, there's a higher possibility that the zone will shift towards the right, towards like the graveyard side. And the second reason was that this position, the orange mark position, they can basically gatekeep the team who was towards the right of this team. So basically the orange mark was visible from this compound, and they had the information that no team is there. In comparison to the left position, the left blue mark, it was like kind of ridges, lot of ridges, and we didn't had enough information if the ridge is empty or not. And going to the orange mark was a better decision because of the two facts: that we had the information that there's no one there, and the fact that from that position we can basically gatekeep the team which was behind us. Now this is one of the important thing to notice. What usually happen is we start smoking when we get shot, or we know like this position is bad. But Chinese teams, they basically always start smoking. It doesn't matter if they get shot or not. I think the reason behind doing this is that if, let's say, like what happens, you smoke later when you get knocked. When you are playing competitive, people are really good with their aim, their sprays. So basically you cannot waste your time at the later phase. Like if someone is getting knocked, then you will start smoking. So basically, to avoid those sort of situations, having a smoke beforehand, throwing a pre-smoke, always help you. Like if you are getting shot from an unknown angle or a different angle which you don't know about, you will always have that smoke around you, and you can just go inside and heal. This is really important and helpful. Guys, from this point there's nothing much about the rotations but how they fight, so I want you to notice those by yourself.
在哪里？
打一个，躲在小房区打的。
墓地里面有人吗？
有人，
我头上动车，
点过去。
他一下死。毒也死，毒也死。
知道了，打墓地。
标记了一处地点。
Guys, this is something I have noticed among the Chinese teams, or the way they play. They never blow vehicles. I don't know why. I don't really understand. I think they basically wait for the perfect movement to blow the vehicles. In that way, I don't know. Like maybe I'm not exactly sure why they don't. Like in our scrims, the first thing we do is blow the vehicle. As soon as we see a guy who is behind a vehicle using it as a cover, the first thing we do is start blowing the vehicle. But this is not something which Chinese teams, I don't know why they don't blow the vehicles. You will see this in the later phase of this game too.
我给他过来，别着急，拿个石头。
我也给他挂，就封烟那个石头。
知道了。
右边有人抽。结果山上平
没
人
压人了。 得在右下坡，得把这个独狼杀掉。
你封烟，过来摸。
哎，帮我架住那个独狼，宝贝。
我在架，架独狼，他在摸。独狼，过不来，他过不来，不会往我们。他要被教堂的架，
哎，能有车吗？一号，你那里一会儿挪回来。
我这里有个车，我过来了。
把车挪回来一会儿。
我直接顶到你们那边坡啊！我顶过来。
给他架一下山上。
这里有车，有烧瓦毒，
前方有危险，前方有危险。
打残了，
躺中必须杀呀！
他被抽的。 他走了，他走了，他走了，回来，回来，回来。能不能挪辆大巴吧？1000米差吧。哎，挪不了，挪不了。
你干啥？
这
能救吗？
哪里打你？
教堂。
教堂。
他给我打了2枪，缩回去了，没事。
给我封烟。
我没有烟。
我有，给你封。
没了，没了，没了，不用管我了，不用管我了。
Now, guys, at this point, I want you to notice, like, look at his game sense, how how much presence of mind they got. After shooting this guy, when he basically shot him back, he prones down here, and he instantly realized that he might still be in the angle of that enemy, so he basically moves his vehicle a bit more to the right and then prone again. So, like, how good presence of mind they have. Guys, now this is one of the most important part. Basically there were 3 teams left in this zone, this and 2 more, and both of those teams were across the road, so they decide to rotate towards this side of the road. What was the good thing about this was that basically they will avoid the third party. Like, all the 3 teams were across the road on the right side of the road, so basically at that point there was always a possibility that they might fight one team and they will get third party. So they reposition themselves in a way that they will be the one who will do the third party from this side of the road and push accordingly to the situation.
灌雷，小心灌雷。有人，有人，哎，你打，5秒。
倒一个。
左边，左边，左边，左边倒。
移除地点。
我的。
就2个他们。
打倒一个。
没事，还有6秒，他没有进圈，他没有进圈。DKG 倒2个。哎，你们今年就1个，完了。
2打2。
007直接顶吗？
别倒。
你好。直播不该这样打的。
没事。
小明，小心左边，
左
边，左边。
左边贴马路了。别救了。nice。别。
车，小心车。
子弹，给我子弹，5-6。
给你。